Hi, I'm Mark, and this is Let's Vibe, the channel all about crystals and our feelings. Um, so, I got a recent comment requesting that I talk about Sapphire. And I really, seeing that comment, I felt like, yeah, I definitely want to talk about Sapphire. Um, it's taken me a while to really connect with Sapphire. And the thing is, though, I don't actually have my own piece of raw sapphire or, polished cut sapphire. But what I do have is a sapphire crystal card. Now, so we've got a picture of a pile of sapphires of various colors. And on the back of this card, it says Sapphire, and it gives like a short little description. So this is part of a deck called Carry Me Crystals. It's like maybe between 40 and 50 cards, and each card is a crystal, and it's comes with a description that was channeled by one of the authors through Yeshua. Yeshua being the ascended master form of Jesus. And so this, for Sapphire, Yeshua says, this crystal helps one balance energy. Pocket this when you are off, uneasy, or need straightening out. And then it also shows the chakras that this crystal connects with. And so for Sapphire, they're showing the throat chakra and the third eye. So my friend gave me this set for my birthday about a couple years ago, and I've just found it to be very useful. And it is energetically, it's not just a deck for you can use it as an oracle deck, but energetically each card carries the energy of the stone or crystal that's pictured. And so that's why it's called Carry Me Crystals. You can just take one of these cards if you feel like carrying Sapphire and put it in your pocket. And it's just like, energetically, it's just like carrying an actual piece of sapphire. And I mean, that's really how energy works. It works through intention. It works through photos like this. And so, yeah, I never got around to, I mean, I think I will soon, but as of yet, I have not gotten around to buying a piece of sapphire. And it's not that I haven't seen sapphire at the crystal shops. It's just, for some reason, I didn't really feel super drawn to it for a long time. And I think one reason might have been that sapphire does have quite a powerful vibration, especially the gem form. Those precious gems like sapphire and ruby and emerald, when they're in that transparent gem form, they have a very potent, very pure energy. But even in like the raw granular form, which is like what you would find at a crystal shop, well, you could also find the gem form, but the more inexpensive form is the granular form, and that looks more like a rock, like a purple color, or not purple, but blue colored rock. Although I think there is a purple sapphire out there, but I'm gonna be focusing on blue sapphire. That's what I've spent the most time with, but sapphire does come in all the colors of the rainbow, including, I think there's even a clear form of sapphire. I think there's a rutilated sapphire. Anyway. So blue sapphire, yeah, it's got a very powerful throat chakra energy. Blue sapphire also resonates with the heart chakra, and with the energy of love. And so for a while, when I did eventually start to feel some resonance with sapphire, which was maybe a few years ago, what I first noticed about sapphire was that it was very stabilizing. It was just like, I would always get this feeling of just energetic stabilization. And I think that is exactly what is being talked about here with balancing your energy. It's very balancing. And it feels good. It feels very, like, secure. And so for me, that was the main quality that stood out. Every time I would carry this card or channel sapphire energy with the help of Reiki, it was just very stabilizing. And so that's what I would use it for. If I was feeling a little off, just like the card suggests, I would use sapphire energy, blue sapphire. But of course, it does also connect with the third eye chakra, which ties in with wisdom. And sapphire is known as the stone of wisdom, or it's a stone of wisdom, because each color imparts a different form of wisdom. And I would say the wisdom with blue sapphire is not just the wisdom found in love, but also it's specifically the wisdom of self-expression. The wisdom of being able to express yourself, and to express yourself in a way that is aligned with your truth and aligned with your heart. And sapphire definitely helps with alignment of the different bodies, like our physical body, our emotional body, mental body, spiritual, etheric body. Sapphire helps balance that out, or balance all of those. But going back to the third eye chakra, apart from wisdom, this stone is also very, very, it's very spiritual. It's got a powerful spiritual energy. And before doing this video, I took some time to meditate with the energy of sapphire, using Reiki. And it put me very quickly into what I call a trance-like state, where I'm kind of sleeping, but or just feeling very tired, but I'm seeing like a dream, basically, like watching a dream. And So with this energy of sapphire, as I was laying down, I got this really strong energy of that trance-like state, which basically feels like someone pressing, feels like someone pressing on my third eye. And I went into some kind of space, some kind of place. I'm not sure what that place was, but I connected with this divine feminine deity. It was like a goddess of some kind. And she was cloaked, and her face was, at first looked blank. But then it began to appear more like a mirror, or a collage of, not a collage of mirror, but like basically one mirror. And she said that she is, well, what did she say? She was basically kind of showing me that she can reflect anything, but specifically she can reflect ourselves, and an image of ourselves. So if we want, she can show us a reflection of our own image. But this requires strength. This requires grounding and intention, like the intention to really look at one's own reflection. Because it sounds very simple, but it's it can be quite upsetting, it can be unnerving, it can be frightening, it can, it's, I'm not, obviously not simply talking about what you would see in, a physical mirror. This is a spiritual kind of mirror. So it's going to show your energetic reflection. And that can be surprising, it can be shocking, it can be scary. Because depending on how much inner reflection we've done ourselves, and inner work that we've done, it's rather hard to predict how that energy, how our energy will show up and how it will appear in that given moment. Whoops. But yeah, overall, it was just this very protective, loving, divine, feminine energy. And yeah, it felt like a short journey with this blue sapphire energy. And it was very beautiful. It was very loving. And I could see how this stone really is it's got some very potent love energy. And often we associate love with the color pink, but yeah, this blue sapphire, I mean, there is pink sapphire, and I think that connects with or resonates with self-love, but I feel like with blue sapphire, it's this connection between the heart and the throat, and it's manifested in the form of expressing your own love, expressing the love within you, expressing love for yourself or love for others. So yeah, this is a very potent stone. This is a very potent gem. And I think it's not only stabilizing, but it's also very strengthening. I think it aids in helping build the strength that is needed for self-reflection, which brings, when we do self-reflect, we can uncover a lot of wisdom. It just requires facing those images, those reflections, feeling the feelings, and moving through it. Allowing the feelings to move through you. So I thought of a song for Sapphire, and I decided to go keeping with the theme of love, and just because of the strength and the intensity of this vibration, I went with How Many Ways by Toni Braxton, which, I like a couple of her songs. I'm not a big Toni Braxton fan, but this song, How Many Ways, happens to show up on my iTunes, or is that iTunes? Apple Radio? Whatever it's called. On my radio station, it shows up when I'm shuffling. But I listen to the song, and it's a beautiful song, and it's very passionate, and it's all about expressing her love for her partner. It's all about the expression of love and self-expression. So I thought it was a pretty perfect fit for a stone like blue sapphire. Don't forget to leave a comment or question down below. If there's a stone you'd like me to talk about, let me know. Hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, thank you so much for vibing with me.